Good evening. Thank you again for clicking on my channel. I'm Roman, and today's video is recapping um Crime 101. I just watched it. We I am going to go over it, review it, rank it, and yeah, do a little talk, little chit chat, if you will. Um, so this movie came out not too long ago, and this is a heist, crime, drama, thriller. It stars Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan. Um, there's some obviously other people in here. I don't know if they're really worth mentioning. Um, but um, the one person where I'm like, why is he in this movie? You can barely understand anything that he is saying. Nick Nolte, why are you still acting? Why? I am really baffled on that. Um, so I want to start on the positives before I um kind of like I don't want to say I want to bash it, but it kind of was a little snooze fest, and this is, does this say how long? 2 hours and 20 minutes. I will say honestly, it didn't feel like that long of a movie, but at the same time, I'm like, why is this like a slow burn film? I think it was like a good, I don't know, 30 minutes before I felt it like really taking off. I'm like, I feel like I'm about to fall asleep. I really felt like that. Um, okay, so anyway, positives. Halle Berry, she always looks phenomenal. Um, I think she's a very talented actress. Um, she's always looked great. There's some films where I was just like, who chose your wig, girl? Who did that for you, and why did they do that to you? You know, what they should be doing that to you. No. Um, let's see. I'm trying to see how old she is so I can like really rave about her. But like she's like 60, maybe. Let's see. Halle Berry. Okay, I'm sorry. She's close to being 60. In August, she will turn 60. She is 59 years old, and she doesn't like a day, I don't know, past four, I don't know, I want to say 43, 42, 43. She looks great. I don't know. I mean, uh, I always say that the uh, uh, um the majority of black actresses, there's a few black actors, but mostly black actresses, they look phenomenal. It's like whatever they're drinking, whatever they're doing, it's like they don't age. Like Gabrielle Union, for an example. I'm like, girl, um, how do you still like you're in your 30s? Don't know. Anyway, so that's a positive. Halle Berry looks great, as I said, phenomenal. This again, this movie came out February 13th. Yes, I'm a little late of getting to the party. Okay. I um I think I'm just so hyped, and I hope I'm hyped for a really good reason, that I'm not gonna be let down um for Scream 7. Scream 7 comes out this week, and I was rewatching all the Scream films. Anyway, thought I got a chance to watch some new releases, and this was the one. I was like, let me start with this. It came out this month. It's not too late, you know. Anyway, um, an elusive thief eyeing his final score encounters a delusioned insurance broker at her own crossroads. As their paths intertwine, a relentless detective trails them, hoping to thwart the multi-million-dollar heist they are planning. Um, there was some great acting in here. I thought even Chris Hemsworth. I'm not saying like he's the worst actor, but I felt like what he does fits for him. You know, like these Marvel films. Which I mean, how long can you play Thor for, right? I mean, let's hope you get some more and better roles going for you, because I don't know. You can't keep doing again. You can't keep doing that. Anyway, this kind of worked for him. Um, Halle Berry was great. Mark Ruffalo, he's obviously aged, and he I guess he doesn't care. Like he's rocking his gray, and um, it's yeah. Barry Keoghan, I love Barry Keoghan. I think he's a great actor. Um, but yeah, as I was saying that, um, it's a little slow burn in the beginning. I think it get like I don't know, about 30 minutes. It really like, it's like, where is this going? You know, just like woo. And eventually it picks up. Um, it's a mostly drama, um, heist film. You know, some crime, obviously. Um, but yeah, so Chris Hemsworth, he plays um let's see. I think I- it says okay. He plays Davis, and he is a heist man. He is um robbing people without harming them, and he does it pretty cleverly, I will say. Like he targets them, um, leaves no fingerprints behind. His face is not shown. It's like he really thinks everything out. Um, Now he was asked to do a Santa Barbara job, but he he kind of declined. But also it's like he didn't want it to be done by anybody else unless it was done correctly, like I guess on his terms. And that's where Barry Keoghan's character comes in. Um, he plays or Orman Orman. Um, he also is a thief, but he don't care if he kills people. He's just after the money and the jewels, you know. again, Hallie's character, she plays Sharon, and she's like a broker, um, trying to like insure people, like whether it's like your house, your jewels, whatever. We want to make sure you get the best insurance that your like money can buy, pretty much. Mark Ruffalo, he plays Lou. He is a detective, and so he himself is trying to figure out who is behind all of these robberies, and it seems to be, I guess, hence the title of the film, all along the 101. I yes, I saw the trailer, but it did not like click to me that 101 was, you know, along the coastline of LA. Um so I just think, like when it's like biology 101 or whatever, I'm like, oh, crime 101. Maybe this is like, oh, teaching you how to do like how crime is works. I was like, hello. Anyway, um so yeah, other than that, he does, like I said, he does things thoroughly, thinks it out, and he even gets asked by this girl, because he's like, he eventually starts dating somebody. It's like, when is enough money? Like, when are you going to be like, okay, I'm done? And he's like, oh, I got a number in my head, and then when I finally reach that number, I'm like, I'm gonna be good. I feel like people say that, and then it's like, I don't know personally because I'm poor, but people who have money, it just seems like it's never enough. Like, they want to keep making more money, and Biggie said it better than anybody: more money, more problems. And that is the definition of true. Okay, you can't get any truer than that. Um, and hence in here you see that more money, more problems, because you're finally trying to get to that next level of wealth, and you tend to see these problems, because you're obviously you're not doing it the right way, because you're robbing people. Um, and thus there is problems. Um, so then he meets Hallie's character, and trying to get her involved in it so that way she can make some money and kind of get out of where she's at, because she doesn't seem to be happy. And once she does, trouble ensues, and just doesn't work out on her for her, or like as she's trying to go about it. And then that's when the detective meets up with her, or she actually meets up with him and saying, hey, um I need some help. And she tells him everything. And then that's when the detective finally meets up with um already forgot his name. I'm like, what the fuck is his name? I am like the worst with names. Davis, Chris Hemsworth character Davis. And he's pretending to be this guy that has the briefcase of jewels, and apparently they're for the wedding or whatever. And so he thinks he's just gonna get off quick with a quick robbery, but it doesn't happen, and chaos ensues. But then Barry Keoghan's character goes in as well, because he thinks he's gonna rob and get off with it, but they kill him, or the well, Davis does, because he ends up trying to like kill the detective, but since Davis kills him first, it doesn't happen. So since Davis did that, the detective lets him go free as long as you leave the jewels and the money behind. So it does that, and that's basically the end of the story. Though I thought like the ending, I'm just like, so we have a happy ending. I don't know. I don't ever really know that a crime story ends on a happy note. I don't know. Maybe I just never watched a lot of like crime movies, but typically I don't think they end on a happy note. Anyway, um, I will say in one part, like, Halle Berry's character, like, where she is trying to, she's playing like a 53-year-old broker, and they keep promising her that she's going to make partner, but she never does. And she's getting a little heated with these people. Like, what you keep saying this, but it's never um coming through. It's not happening for me. So what's up? And I don't know if it's art imitating life, but she said that even like in an interview saying like as a black actress, and maybe just for female of a certain age, but mostly black actresses, when you reach a certain age, sometimes you never know when the next part is going to happen. Um, and so in this role, she's portraying that you reach a certain age, people kind of stop looking at you to be, I don't know, partner or whatever. Like, oh, they want to look at the next younger person. Oh, look, oh, she's got, longevity, where you not so much, right? And I don't even know if that's just like for women or just black actress or black women. I think that's just really women in general. Because like I hate to say this, but like men, you can kind of still get away with like working, and you'll be all right as long as you got that stamina. You're gonna be okay, right? But um um women, I don't know. I don't know what it is about people not wanting to hire women over a certain age. And they have to though, because it's if you don't, then that's ageism. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off the point, but I thought that like it spoke loudly throughout the film, and that's not what the film was about. But there was just like the hint of that. It's like, wow, that is that is fascinating, and I feel like it's always been true. Like women over a certain age, like, so what are you bringing to the table? What can you do for me that this 20-something-year-old can do better? Sure, you got the credentials, but um, anyway, um, 2.5 hour film. Um, took a little long to get through, but as once it got past the little snooze fest, I thought it was a pretty decent film. Um, I'm looking at the time. Let's see. Let me. I don't know, because some people gave this a high rating for this film, and I don't really want to shit on this film, but like, I don't know if it's like worth like 7, 8 stars. Um, like this one says, "Ooh, this is a long ass review." They give it a 7 out of 10. A good thriller that hits more often than it misses. I had a really good time with Crime 101. a slick, stylish noir crime thriller that absolutely delivers a great popcorn flick. The big initial pull factor here for me was that the star studded cast, and they absolutely delivered. Chris Hemsworth was the standout, playing a bit of an awkward but complex character that has layers to peel back on as the strong lead protagonist. Mark Ruffalo also has a compelling character here with a whole arc of his own to follow in an effective, memorable, grounded performance, making his time on the screen always a strong point of this movie. The transition here throughout are smooth and sharp, giving the film a fluid momentum that keeps you locked in from the scene to scene, especially in its first act with which had me hooked from the jump. Grumpy, whoever you are, I don't know what you smoking on, but I don't buy that. Not in the least. Did they give a good performance? Yes. There's more to read. I don't know if I want to keep going, but I thought like when their stories intertwined, I don't feel like their story was fleshed out good enough. Sure, um, Hemsworth, he is the main actor in this film. He is a standout because he's the main actor. Ruffalo, where he's the detective, like yes, he had a story of his own. Again, it wasn't fleshed out because you're seeing he has marital problems, but they didn't talk about it really. Um, Same with Halle Berry. Um, there's saying like, oh, you know, she's trying to get this position, but she doesn't get it basically because of her age. Where else? Where else are you going with this? I don't know. It was mostly about the crime. I don't know if there's enough time to flesh out these stories. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. This one is another 7 out of 10. Tension done right. Honestly, I like it more than I expected to. It's not one of the most loud, over the top crime movies. It's more mysterious and controlled. The story was actually good, not super predictable, and it kept me guessing without feeling confusing. What are you guessing? It's there. There's not like a fucking masked guy that is like you don't know who is who. What are you talking about? Anyway, the vibe was steady the whole time, not chaotic, not boring. This it just what is it? Just this low simmer that builds. That is probably the only thing I can agree with this. It was a low build up. Really slow is the better word for it. Um, and the ending sequence with Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo, that actually had me on the edge of my seat. I don't even remember the last time I felt that locked in during a theater scene. It was tense in a good way, like you knew something big was about to happen, but couldn't fully see how it would play out. Overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Not a mind blowing masterpiece, but definitely worth seeing. Solid story, solid tension, and it actually made me feel something at the end, which is rare. What did you feel? I mean, it was a happy ending. It wasn't like, is this going to conclude to another story? We don't know these answers. I don't know. I mean, one more. This one actually gives it an 8. There's two more, but we're stopping at this one. We're stopping here. Okay, cool. This is a short one. Surprisingly good. Give it an 8 out of 10. Went in expecting a worse version of Heat. I was pleasantly surprised with how well made this was. Everyone was amazing in their roles, although Hemsworth's accent wasn't too convincing. His acting made up for it. Overall, almost everything about his movie was good. But it could have been great. Um, but it could have been great. Alas. Unexpectedly, a very fun movie. Would recommend. I don't know what that means. Whatever. Not going to question whoever you are. I think for me, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, only because it was a slow burn film. Maybe I would give like a 6.5. Everything else, like it was a decent movie. I don't know that I would watch it again. But um, yeah, that's kind of all I got there for ya. Um, Also, to 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 pick up on with whomever said that, Chris Hemsworth, it's like watching a movie with Rebel Wilson. She's also from Australia, and it's like they can't lose their accent. Like, you are an actor. Isn't there like some voice lessons, something you can take so you don't have that accent? I mean, isn't that the whole point of being an actor, that way you can transcend? I think of who is also from the same place, phenomenal actress. Uh, and of course, when you're thinking about somebody, you're like, what is her name? Who am I thinking about? Um, let's see. Um, Look at it here. Tony Collette, also from Australia, and if I never heard her in an interview, I would swear she would be from America. I really would, because she's done so many phenomenal films. She's a phenomenal actress, and the fact that she says that it's so funny when people, when they do horror films, um, they don't like them, but they do them because, well, one, it pays money, right? And then two, when you're doing a horror film, it's not scary. It's the point of watching it. Then you're like, I can't watch that. Hearing that from so many people, like Nev Campbell, um, um, Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know about Gail Weathers, but I mean, she's been in the whole fucking all of the Scream films, and it's just what people keep coming back to the horror franchise, and not franchise, horror genre, and I mean, people love those films. Um, but getting to the point of, like, when people are from a different country, and you can't tend to lose that accent, what am I? It's like you're like, they're questioning, what more can you do? It's like we automatically know where you're from. It's just you just can't lose it. But anyway, I digress. Um, but yeah, it wasn't a bad film. Like I said in the beginning, just a slow burn, and then it got better throughout. And but yeah, if you have watched this film, let me know. Comment down below. Not that anybody ever does, but I would love to see people commenting. Um, I hope and eventually I can get myself set up to where I can have a computer, and then you can see the things that I'm talking about rather than like showing a screen, like flipping it over and shit. I'm just not set up like that right now. I do apologize. I'm still new with this channel. So again, like, if I can get you guys to subscribe and help me build up, that would be wonderful. That would be beautiful, and I would really appreciate that. But right now, I'm at the bottom. Like Drake said, started from the bottom. And yeah. So yeah, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts of the film if you had watched it. Do you plan on watching it? Like I said, it wasn't a bad film, but I don't think I would watch it again. With that being said, please click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Um, and see you on the next time I do another one. Anyway, have a great and wonderful, fantastic evening. And see you next time. Bye.